Robin, we are looking forward to your next guest.
We always are. He is something else. Academy Award-winning director and producer Ron Howard has a new National Geographic documentary. It's called Rebuilding Paradise. It's about the California town that was devastated by wildfires in 2018. So joining us now is none other than Ron Howard from his home. We're right down the road from each other in Connecticut here. It's great to see you again, Ron. And we've been following you on social media with your dear family. And we saw on Instagram that you recently had, what was it, a family bubble pizza party. How'd that go?
Well, we've been slowly but surely, building enough of a bubble that we could, begin to actually get together safely. And so, yeah, we decided to have a little pizza and hang out on Sunday. It was nice.
Well, it looked like it was a lot of fun. And I should have said, welcome back. You were here not too long ago with your dear daughter, Bryce, because she had a documentary out at the time called Dads. Do you all trade tips on documentary filmmaking?
Well, documentary filmmaking and storytelling of all kinds. You know, she's become an excellent director herself, and has had a good career in front of the camera, and has always been a student. And that learning process goes on and on for her. But it makes her a great reader, watcher, somebody to have a conversation with. So I've taken advantage of her sensibility since she was a little girl, in fact. And always glad to have those conversations. And I was so proud of what she did with Dads and the way that film turned out.
Oh, it was beautiful. It really was. And we enjoyed the conversation with both of you and talking about that. But let us talk about Rebuilding Paradise. As I said, it's that town in California in 2018, the wildfires, just absolutely devastated. Hey, Ron, what made you want to make a film about this?
Well, I mean, first of all, I have found over the last 6 years or so how much I really enjoy making documentary movies and television programs, along with my scripted work and as a director. Mm-hmm. And I was sort of looking for another story. I've done a lot of profiles of musicians, the Beatles, Pavarotti, Jay-Z. And I was sort of looking for a story that would be, this is my first cinema verite documentary, meaning you go into it. It's what you guys do all the time. You go into it, you don't know the story, you just have a lot of questions, and you discover the story with your camera and with your questions. And I was watching very closely because Redding, California, which also in Northern California, about 90 minutes from Paradise, I have a lot of relatives there, and they had a horrible fire about a month before the Paradise fire. Then my family was fortunately okay, but it was terrifying and destructive. But then Paradise was burned overnight, over the course of a day. 95% of the homes were lost. And my mother-in-law lived the last 5 years of her life in Paradise. That's a town that I knew. So like a lot of people and a lot of things, the images that you see are often heartbreaking, on the news, whether it's a tornado or a storm or a war or a disease or whatever it might be. But when it hits close to home, you begin to empathize in a different way. And our team and us, we just started talking about, well, what can that town even come back from that? What would Rebuilding Paradise really be? Yeah. And the answer was to go see. So we went, we took a small crew. I went, began interviewing people, and I've never experienced anything like actually being on the ground in the midst of something, this catastrophic, seeing the look in people's eyes and so forth. And I wasn't really sure whether, our imagined title of Rebuilding Paradise would even be valid if we followed these people for a year. But Nat Geo gave us the support to do that. And what they wound up giving is a very inspiring story. It's powerful. There are twists and turns that are heartbreaking, but along the way, you also see this grit and determination to allow the town to thrive again. And those are the individuals that our cameras continued to follow all year.
And I'm so glad that you did that, Ron, because so often after a tragedy like that, and it's in the news and people see it, and then the cameras go away, but people's lives have changed. And to see how they were able to rebuild. We have a clip that we want to show everybody, Ron. This is high school graduation, which was 6 months after the fires. Here it is.
Can you believe that we are here, actually here, on our beautiful Paradise High School campus to celebrate and welcome the Paradise High School graduating class of 2019 back to their home field.
The fact that we are here tonight to celebrate this milestone is a miracle.
I'm telling you, I got chills, Ron.
Well, that was so important to that community. And well, thank you. Those students, the community had just given up on that idea. And, you know, and it was an important symbol. One of the things that I learned, and you know, and there were a lot of frustrating things that we witnessed along the way, and that the Paradisians, you know, had to cope with and endure and navigate in order to begin to get through this. And by the way, there's a big measure of PTSD involved in this, and it's important for all of us to remember that it's not just about saving your life. It is about trying to rebuild something. But showing up matters so much in a community like that. And I think amongst us humans, the fact that, you know, they went out of their way to attend the memorials. They went to the graduation. They made the graduation happen. It wasn't even supposed to occur, but they didn't take no for an answer. You know, remarkable individuals just kept stepping up and sort of rallying the community. And the community, you know, they did, as I said, they cared, they showed up. Those are the people that our cameras continued to follow.
Well, I thank you for your storytelling, and it's something that everybody's got something, and we're all, as a world, going through something right now, and there are lessons that we're going to learn watching this documentary. Ron Howard, as always, thank you so very much. Our best to you and your family. You take care.
Thanks, Robin. A pleasure. Be well.
All righty. I will. Thank you. Thank you. Rebuilding Paradise comes out on Friday in theaters, where theaters are open, or you can see a virtual screening. You go to rebuildingparadise.film, rebuildingparadise.film for details. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.